Today is Saturday, March 24th, 2018. I just got back from GDC 2 days ago. GDC is the Game Developers Conference. Happens every year in San Francisco. This is the, I think, 4th time that I've been. My first time was 2014. In 2016 I gave a talk. Last year I did not go. And originally this year I was not planning on going. However, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to take a break from development, catch up with some friends, and just get some advice on how to navigate this final stage of shipping a game. GDC for me has always been my favorite games related event. I think in terms of generating sales for your game, it's probably the least effective. There are events like PAX and E3 that are much better at reaching gamers and press, but GDC is just hanging out with other game developers, talking about what you're all interested in, and learning what's new in the industry. To be honest, this year I was a little embarrassed to go. I've been working on the game for so long, and the last few times I went, I was telling people I'm 6 months away from releasing the game, and I still haven't shipped it after all these years, and it just kind of feels like I'm running out of excuses on why it's still in development. Industry relationships can be kind of weird. I think in general people like to hear from those who are successful, so there's a lot of survivorship bias, and this isn't unique to games industry by any means. I think it's just general human nature, but it can feel like your value as a person is entirely dependent on your work. Sometimes relationships can feel more like transactions, and I'm not saying that this is actually how it is, just sometimes it can feel like that. On the other hand, I don't think anybody understands you better than at GDC. For example, for me, I've been working on this game for over 5 years now, and it's very rare for me to meet people in my day-to-day life who understand exactly what that experience is like. But at GDC, there are so many people who've been through that process or who are going through that process, and when you see them, you make eye contact, and you don't have to explain anything. They know exactly what you're going through, and it's really wonderful to have that connection. I ran into a few people at GDC, and the first thing they said to me was, "We've been really worried about you." This happened 3 or 4 times, and it really caught me off guard. I think part of it is that I don't use Twitter a whole lot these days, and when I do use it, it's usually because I've run into some development problems or I'm complaining about something. So if you only follow me there, you're just seeing all these negative moments, and that's not a very accurate reflection of what development has actually been like. Certainly this stage hasn't been easy, but I do have a pretty good routine. I exercise regularly, I get a decent amount of sleep, I try to eat well, I've been improving my French, and I do have a life outside of the game. Anyway, with that, I do want to be a little bit more aware of what I'm putting out on Twitter. Yeah, this last stage of development has been pretty difficult. It feels like I'm playing whack-a-mole with bugs. I fix one bug and then 2 new ones come up, and it's just this never-ending list of things that I need to fix. But I think the key here is just to keep chipping away at it. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That is the key to progress. One of the most positive things for me this GDC was just the number of people who came up to me and told me how much they enjoyed the streams, how much they enjoyed following the game, and how excited they were for it to be finally released. I ran into someone and they took out their phone and the background was an image from Manifold Garden, and it was so wonderful for me to see that. I'm so incredibly grateful for all the support, and I feel like I've come back home refreshed and rejuvenated. There's still a lot of work left, but I am ready to jump back into development and finish this thing. So anyway, I will see you all around.